Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All. We need to finish this thing. I have been sick, like I had the flu for a month, which makes it impossible to do voices. And so here we are. It's been a month, so let's see if I got these voices still. Probably not, since it's been so long. But let's find out. Continue. Farewell, my turnabout. Part 4-1 trial. Start from chapter start. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know who this is. Oh, this again? What? What have I done wrong? Cannot allow you to go on like this. Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. Ah! I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. At the start of the game, as if this day was written into my destiny. Too bad I'll stand in court as a lawyer. Too bad. To prove a killer innocent. Too bad. Today. Alright, here we go. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not matching it at all. Go! Beep! Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right, dude? Beep. Ah, hello. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Maya. Phoenix! Who is it? Oh, it's Mia! Mia! Maya! How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? He hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what? What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said. For a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. What? You can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's not have it go the whole time. That accursed on guard again. Beep. Will you leave me alone? Don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe! I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Huh. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial's over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find a killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I don't want it to last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go on Mr. On guard with everything you've got, then you too can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us, We're going to give it all we've got. Just like you, pal. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Beep. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah! Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. March 23rd, 10 a.m. Bishop Court, courtroom number 3. With the power of friendship. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. So you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin? You say? Yes, Juan Cadito was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt on Guard. What a surprising turn of events! He always does that. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on in this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Hey, Rainstrad. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Poor Will's dead. Poor Will. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid actor. Action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer when you are asked. What you are asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room. Okay, sure. At Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. That'd be Phoenix and, Maya. Empire. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Yeah, that's the killer. We ran into him too. After your words here. Oh, press. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright. What is it? You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness? I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room and then? Yeah, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Freaking Will. Well, Phoenix is apparently amazing, right? So he just turns things around. Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his room? At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now, sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. So who are these guests you're talking about? You! You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. I was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. We're supposed to present a contradiction somewhere? Oh, let's take a look at the stuff we have. We have so much crap, I don't even know. Alright. It's been literally a month, so let's just look at everything and see what we got. Crime photo? Oh, the dead body. The juice! Yeah, I guess the juice is what needs to be brought up, huh? We gotta bring up the juice. So, okay, so... the juice has to go loose. I have a guess. I think it's here. Okay, so how do I save again? That's how. October 4th is the last time. Literally a month ago. Oh god. Okay, so... the wine glass. No, wrong spot. No, it's not the wine glass I have to bring up, huh? Okay. Profiles. No, not that either, huh? Okay. No? Yeah, basing off a month ago, it's kind of really hard. Alright, let's just go over it all again. Oh, this again. Okay, so we didn't really get anything here. There's nothing here. The next one maybe? The next one. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... Oh, we have to do this again! No, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. We gotta do this one again, okay. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ha, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. There it is. You mean about the bellboy, right? There it is. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Bellboy's face. The tip. The tip! How big was On Guard's tip, Teehee? The defender's a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? I'm sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Wait and see. Scum save. Wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Ah! Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carrera. Then the bellboy, the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Oh, balls. Well, hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer? He's the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was the very killer. Was the very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later that night. What? What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. The second time. This time I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carrera's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. If that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. This is no laughing matter. I'm gonna die. Okay, Mia's gonna die. The second time. Water break. And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking to with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the pretty, really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. Words cannot escape how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? Not if he had to leave the tray. I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or try to pull a fast one? Okay, let's try to pull a fast one. There is nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys offer room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed. Ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And then there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we could dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. I know what we're gonna use as the juice bottle. Please, don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. You want to prolong this trial for as long as possible. You're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Well then. Press. There it is. We knew this was coming. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't it really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and So, a baseball has stitches? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? What the hell are you saying, Phoenix? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Carita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table, in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Carita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Carita was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say, empty-handed? I recall he had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Ah! Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? This train of thought is ridiculous. With that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Ah! It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Holy crap. Yeah, bellboys usually wear white gloves, huh? The second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Mr. Matt's just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Somehow Lotta wasn't around? So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene next, went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kinda saw that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Well then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying! Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. My nose is itchy. I said hold it! Okay. That's better. Ahem. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. That's about the person inside. But who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm. Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Unguard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Unguard himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing... He gave something to this person? Yeah. And what was this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kinda small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately left to the defendant's room. There he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see, I think it was no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. What? Do we have anything like that? We don't have anything like that. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue? A statue? Yeah, it kinda looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this thing is and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue our testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? Where did this bellboy go after he left on guard's room? He opened the door to Viola Hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right? I do. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Oh yeah, I saw that one thing. What? He saw something else? There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. He was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker. I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now was just as vague as the first one. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clear. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Talk about a lose-lose situation. Let's see this one again. Just for the third option. Don't ask anything. I don't think I can find out much more from Mr. Powers. I should probably move on to a different topic. So what did the bellboy do after that? Okay, there we go. Is it the bear? It is wooden. Yeah, it's the bear. Okay, go. Present. Doesn't this hurt him? What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Will, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers. The something you saw. Was it this item? Listen to the music. Music change. Oh, the music really changed. Holy crap. Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Well, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Madame God's mansion. At the defendant's house? Balls! What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelly the killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found in Matt God's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Ungard is the killer's client. Balls. Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Knight, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have come on later. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court. I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Ah, I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Knight? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Knight, what questionable point would you like to explore first? Power's testimony. Mr. Power's testimony, of course. Huh? I knew that my testimony was kinda shaky, but... Your inanity stupefies me, Mr. Wright. We have already clarified all questionable points during the cross-examination just now. Wasting time like this, calling the testimony questionable. I'd say it's your head that's questionable here. Ah! Yes, I agree. Cross-examination went smoothly and there was nothing wrong with the testimony. Now then, I believe. Hold it! But please wait. You are being very persistent today. Because I can't let it end like this. I know my outburst just now was a little questionable. Questionable indeed. But there really are some questionable points left to discuss, Your Honor. What are you trying to... Okay. Load. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure of... Ugh! What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But, the arm. It was a Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've gotta be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Or was it Adrian Andrews? Order! Order! It looks like you've dug your own grave, yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count! So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ungard is the Nickel Samurai. That there's two! Thanks to the defense, we've made Thanks to the defense, we've made that all clear. What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help! You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry! Now I will bring this cross-examination to, Your Honor! Again, Mr. Knight, we've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this cult, Mr. Wright. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? I don't know if we can do it this way, but... Can we? No, we can't. We can't actually use this. Okay. The bear itself. Or is it just talking about this again? The bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright. This was found at the Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he was not... Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh! I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion. Oh! Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Disaster averted, it looks. Ah, damn it. That means the killer delivered it. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it! That butler, all this time, he was the killer. Don't! The killer and Ungard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Mr. Ungard's mansion as its butler. What a bold move! The bear figurine was brought back to Ungard's mansion by the killer himself. So why did he even hand it to him? Right? When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we've had enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion. As well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ungard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Of course you raise an objection. You have to. I will now advance a verdict. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I've left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is a client of the assassin. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2, that very same figure was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What am I saying? Is it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Tisk, is this all you have? Nothing, Mr. Knight. Let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the real client of the killer, and therefore the real murderer? Who else? Agent Andrews? Yes, we already know what she tried to... Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt on guard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Ugh. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Miss Dungard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure that Miss Dungard's mentioned. It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? Yeah, I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there's no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell on guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. Not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me. This is one fight I can't give up on. Why don't you marry the girl? It's for his baby girl Maya. It's for his baby. Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with this what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear on guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. On guard himself. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Oh, damn it. I thought it was going to be Matt. Because we need Matt on the podium to take him out. Matt's going to be the third witness of the day, then. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. Kickball time. Yes. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. I didn't expect Adrian Andrews to be a witness again. Oh my god. There's no save point yet? Okay. March 23rd, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin a guilt onto Adrian. Where this demon will pay. Mr. Nick! Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. Maya. Really strong power. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Jumpshoe. Beep. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Ooh, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but, What? We don't have any more time. We just had one. Even a single clue would be really helpful if we just had one. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! What? Huh? A tent? Oh, okay, Mia's in there now. I could see a circus tent. There she goes. She went into Maya really quick. Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. It was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The very big circus. Maya's somewhere within 300 feet radius of that main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, around about 300 feet radius from the main tent, hurry! And? I could see a mailbox under the window. Gumshoe! There's also a mailbox! Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her! Old office building. Good stuff, pal! Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Beep! Battery dies. Mia! Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry! Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. District Court, courtroom number 3. Are we not having a save point? Well, we're having a save point. We are an hour in. We're gonna stop right here. Next episode will be the Adrian Andrews making multiple saves. Okay, there we go. Save again. Wait, what? I just saved. Okay, so that's it for this episode. That's it for this episode. Oh my god. Oh my god. So there you go. That right there is the game for now. We're gonna do Adrian Andrews next. I don't. We have to lead from Adrian Andrews to Madeline Guard somehow. That's my assumption. But for now, that right there is the game. I had fun. Hope you've been watching. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.